Okay, let's talk about some file management. And I kind of wanted to show you here. I'll make some comments here on this main method, and then we'll bump it off. I didn't mean to do that. I'll make some comments on this main method. This is creating and accessing the file. This is creating and accessing the file reader. This is creating and accessing the buffered reader. And let's kind of talk about this buffer reader and file reader. The file reader will access a file piece by piece. So like basically one character at a time. The buffer reader will pull in data, basically the whole set of data, so it's more efficient. So using the file reader and the buffer reader at the same time means we have access to some of the things that the file reader uses, but we also have the speed and efficiency of the buffer reader, which is why I use them in combination. This is creating a string variable to hold the data from the line. And what we have here is just a straight 370,000 word list from the English Word Dictionary. And we just filter through that. So you can see I can make any kind of filter I want. I can say, you know what, if the word has an ERS in it. So using a while loop to filter the words. If the words have an ERS in them, or if they have a, let's just say, any English word that contains white, right? These are the ERS words. You can see that there. A lot of unders, but we're going to clear this again. And this is just me kind of testing the robustness of the program. Let's try that, clear that again. Okay, I'm gonna go and run this program again. I'm gonna save this and compile it. And I'm gonna go ahead and run that and then run it again. And you can see these are the words that have white in it. Most of them, I guess they all start with white. Well, not all of them. Anti-white, be whiten, bod white, etc. Those are words that start, and then all the words that start with white. I mean, you could say which words in the English language contain, I don't know if it'll have this, but Jose, for example. And I don't know how many words in English have that as a possibility, but we're going to see right now, just for fun. All right, and then we're going to run this, and there's those words that have the word Jose in it, including Joseph, Josephite, Josephism, etc. So that's pretty cool. Now the next thing we need to know is how would we put this into an array? Well, you would know right off the bat that an array has a fixed length. So obviously we cannot just put this into an array, but we're going to do this public static void access the public static void. Let's call it use file. I don't know what I was typing before. Use file. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And this is that here. I now need to take these throws and put them in the use file method because I no longer have a main method that has that problem. Put it here, and we're going to fix, let's fix that real quick. Okay, cool, that fixes all those errors. I'm going to create an array, but I'm going to call this an array list. So what I need to do is I need to import, because I don't know how long this array is going to be. So I'm going to import java.util.ArrayList. And I'm going to use an array list now to array list word array list equals, and I'm going to call use file to build my array list. Well, now I don't have a void method. I need to return an array list. So I'm going to say array list string is my new return. And so I'm going to come up here and say, okay, array list string. All right. it's giving this error, and it's giving that error of we have to return an array list. So I'm just going to say array list string result. And equals new array list. Because this is me declaring my array list and instantiating it to a blank array list. Okay. All right, so you can see that happening. And what I have is a no element array list. All right, and what I need to do now is simply return that array list at the bottom after I close my reader. Cool, return result. And of course that fixes that error message. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add, right? I'm going to result dot append add line. Now I'm going to have an array list that has every line I've added, right? And that's gonna come to this word array list. So I'm going to go ahead and print the word array list. Cool. I will do a print line for that, and we'll see what happens. All right, I'm getting a error here, so I guess we'll go ahead and put this in both places. There you go. It fixes that problem. All right, this just has these exceptions for files. If it has an exception, it catches it instead of breaking the program. Let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. All right. So now you can see the words, you can see the array list. Okay. So you can see now how to use an array list, how I've used that for accessing files and adding something to an array list, how that functions, and hopefully that helps you solve the homework labs. Thank you.